works.
Hey,
We're here.
good to go.
Is everything up and running?
Piece. Everything's working. We got about 14 different cameras on us.
Oh
2
my
different
God.
lights.
This is insane.
So many mics.
So we've got hi Facebook Live,
We got Facebook Live. We got Twitch.
hi Twitch,
We got
hi Studio Camera,
Studio camera.
hi Studio, hi Matt,
Hey Studio. Hey Logan.
hello. So if you're watching on Facebook Live or Twitch or
Wherever.
wherever you're watching, welcome to the Logan
Good to see you.
Silver Show. This is actually kind of cool. You get to take a sneak peek into what it's like
The behind the scenes.
behind the
you might
scenes
say.
type stuff. Us just kind of figuring out what we're going to talk about.
And just to be honest, we have no game plan for this whatsoever.
Yeah, I
So
wrote
enjoy the ride.
Wrote
Not
some-
really entirely sure what's going to happen, but
Wrote some stuff down.
It may happen.
wrote some stuff down. That's the beautiful thing about this show. If you're watching right now, congratulations! You are watching a sneak peek of the Logan Stover Show. We don't officially launch for another. I don't know. I have a Mickey Mouse watch. So.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, June the 6th. June the 6th, we go live on iTunes and
SoundCloud.
anywhere. We go live on June the 6th, but we're recording the episodes now so that obviously they'll be available because we don't want to procrastinate. And
Which we're good at.
we're good at. So this is what a normal studio recording is like for us, except with a lot more cameras. I don't know which camera to look at. There's 3.
I think you should kind of look in that direction.
Look in the
try
general.
to hit them all.
Okay.
So we'll be alright.
What? So this is basically what it's like. We have some ideas. We get ideas from you guys. We get ideas from the world and the fabric of America.
And most of our own random conversations.
Right, right. So we come here. We have ideas. We talk. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Talk, we digress. I hear you great.
It sounds.
Levels are perfect.
It's amazing.
So great. But yeah, man, we have so many different cameras and things going. This is going to be a new experience today for sure.
I know it's amazing how much this show has grown week by week. I would say.
And we haven't even launched.
We haven't
Which
even-
is a great part.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten lunch. I mean, like, Matt's still learning how to talk into his microphone, but
It's a work in progress, so if you hear my voice fade out, sorry.
he's getting better about it, though. I have a little green bar. I'm learning. He's learning.
It's a learning experience entirely, right? That's what we're doing here.
So, if it seems choppy or seems kind of weird, it's just because we decided to, let you in on what it is that we do.
What happens here?
What
In the
happens
studio.
inside.
Look at the studio. Beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
A brand new studio.
I'm watching us right now on Facebook Live, and it does have like a little delay, so it's kind of funny because
Twitch has a little bit of a delay too. So we've got the live studio cam, and then we've got our 2 streaming cams, and there's definitely a delay on those.
yeah.
But we'll be all right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get through it.
So we have a couple of ideas, and I'll just normally do what I talk out loud, but with I guess less profanity than we
We'll
normally
try at least.
do off camera.
No promises.
Yeah, we try not to.
It's a family show.
It's a family show. We're getting viewers on Facebook Live, which is fun. Oh, that's my wife. Hi, babe. Awesome. Okay, so the way that it kind of works is Matt will monitor a couple of things. I will monitor some things, and hi, babe. So Matt will be watching Twitch and responding to anybody that wants to talk to us on Twitch. I'll be handling Facebook, and
And we'll both be babbling into microphones.
yeah. You know what's funny is I just got a little notice from Facebook Live that says, "Congratulations, this is your most commented on live video yet," with a 1 comment.
What? I mean, guess our somewhere, right?
Yeah. So the cool part is we haven't started recording. So if you want to look into exactly how we record here on the show,
You'll see it today.
You'll see it. This is how it works. So usually we'll start out with some ideas that we've talked about, and then we like to digress. We'll talk about it. We'll get started. You'll see us clap. We do a clap because later on, it's not a weird thing. We do the clap because we need to sync up with our cameras because our videos get loaded to YouTube. And when they get loaded to YouTube, we need an easy way to sync the audio and sound. So you'll see us record some segments. We kind of go off and on. And that's about it. So we had talked about, for recording, the first segment we wanted to talk about was household chores that we hate to do. We've talked about a lot of other things.
Quite a few of those.
I almost just said, like, hey, just go to the website. Website is loganstovershow.com if you want to get in touch with us. Definitely go there. And I was going to say, look at our other segments, but they haven't been released yet. So, yeah.
So if you're watching live, sorry. Give us a little bit of time.
Yeah. So, we'll be recording that. We're recording our 7th episode today. 1 through 6 are already done. Our guests have come and gone. We will have more guests. All of those things. So you want to go ahead and start recording the beginning of episode number 7?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so welcome into a glimpse behind the scenes of the recording of episode 7. All right, so recording. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Logan Stover Show. My name is Logan.
And I'm Matt.
And we're excited that you can be here on episode 7. Matt, we've made it through 6 episodes.
It's been amazing.
6 episodes. It's gone by really quick. To mention it really quickly right now, we are actually recording live on Facebook Live and on Twitch. This is our first time. We have cameras set up everywhere here in the studio.
Yeah, just trying a couple things out, seeing what works, what we like.
Are you nervous?
What people want to see. Not yet.
I'm a little nervous.
A little bit nervous?
I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know. I keep touching my microphone.
Too many cameras, right?
I know. There's too many cameras. There's lights. There's action. There's Hollywood stardom here.
We're in a studio.
I know. It's crazy. Matt is watching Twitch right now. If you're watching this on YouTube later, I'm sorry. You're probably watching this a month in the future. Let us know what the future is like. Curious. Probably watching, I don't know.
Lotto numbers.
Lotto numbers, right. But they don't want to send it back to us because we're already there too, so we'll know when they'll know. Wow. So for those of you that were listening to us before we started recording, this is the digression that we talked about. We have a great episode coming up today.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too. One of the things that Matt and I are going to be talking about first is household chores that you absolutely hate to do. And we have 2 separate types of lives. I'm married, live with my wife. You're a single bachelor.
Single bachelor living by myself.
With a dog.
With a dog.
I have 2 cats. So we're different, but I'm curious. Normally we'll talk about like a little bit back and forth of what it is that we.
And we have not this time at all.
Right.
So I'm excited to see what it is in your day-to-day life you hate doing.
And for me,
I want to see if it's the same as mine.
Well, see, and mine's not necessarily like a day-to-day chore. I mean, I could give you a couple, but mine, there's one that, I mean, just hands down above the rest. People, I don't want to give it away, but people who are in the same scenario as me will easily say, like, oh, yeah, I feel it. Trust me, my mother-in-law, I don't know how she would do it. But again, I don't want to give it away. So, again, we're talking about household chores. Then we're going to be talking about the wonder that is Bass Pro Shops.
Such a great place. One of my favorite places on earth. People say Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. I think for a lot of Americans, it's Bass Pro Shop.
Right, and like, you can go to Bass Pro Shop and not be an outdoorsman or outdoorswoman.
And still have a fantastic time.
Dude, and if you've never been to a Bass Pro Shops, you get a chance, while you're listening to this, pull up bassproshops.com and click on locations, and then it'll probably show you some pictures of what's inside.
Yeah. Find your nearest Bass Pro Shop. Plan a trip, please.
Dude, it is insane. So, like we said, we've got a great show that's coming up today. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to let one of our sponsors talk. For those of you that have never seen one of our shows before, we don't have real sponsors. They're fake sponsors.
But they're great nonetheless.
They're great nonetheless. And we'll come back a second and we'll start talking about the household chores that Matt the Bachelor and Logan the Married Man hate to do. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Cool. So I recorded that one as just like the intro.
Piece. Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the same format that I've been doing, except we've had it all.
Should I just let that keep rolling and we'll just cut it later?
The
video?
Yeah, so that
video.
video.
Let's just let that keep going.
That video will let it keep going,
Yeah.
and then
The studio cam.
whatever.
We'll just let it keep going.
So as I'm talking loud right now, I'm going to export
The sound. Make sure it works.
We'll give this a good time where you all can talk to Matt. Anybody want to speak with Matt? This is a good time while I do my work. Let's see, I think my Abby actually has a really good point. Abby says, how about we don't get Bass Pro Shops to sponsor us?
That would be great if we accepted real sponsors.
Right, you're right. That's the thing is that we don't. Well, maybe if like Bass Pro Shops donated money to charity,
It would go to charity.
Right.
Donate money to charity in the Logan Stover Show's name. That would be a good idea. I would like that.
I would like that very much.
But we don't accept money here.
We don't.
Except to charity.
Hey, I lied. It's episode 8.
It's episode 8.
Episode 7 was digression episode.
That's right.
So I'll yeah.
We screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah, that oops. See what had.
Sorry guys, we're
See
live.
how's Twitch going over there?
Twitch is going. We've had 6 people pop in.
And then they saw what was happening and were like, oh
no, it's not. No.
no. So you see us stop after a little bit as far as doing that. We have to actually export all the audio that we do here. So everything that's being recorded is there on the Twitch, there on the video, there onto Facebook. And then in here, we have all the audio that we record through the microphones. Unfortunately, we don't get to play it for you live through where you're listening on those. But it will be on the finished podcast. It'll be available on iTunes.
Do a little bit of editing magic and package everything together and put it into iTunes.
Yep, and by editing, it's Logan and Matt sitting on the respective couches.
Pasting things together.
Copy and pasting, and
it's really not as complicated as it sounds. I actually don't know if it even sounds complicated. But it's not bad.
Yeah, I dig it. My mom wants to know where my shoes are at, because I'm not wearing any shoes. Mom, it's a radio show. You don't be really.
It's kind of like the interview where you only wear a tie from the waist up.
Right. See,
yeah.
so the part of it is that I really didn't want to have to set up the camera to. I was trying to get it to go from like here up.
Oh, do you have your feet in there?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is that I never usually because we have all the cameras in here. I had to set up the Facebook camera while you were doing the other cameras in the back of the room
behind everything else.
So normally all the other cameras are from like here up,
yeah.
right? So that one it has to, and it's like, but nobody knows.
And it shoots vertical, right?
Yeah, and it does, and nobody. So you would
that.
never know, even if you watch the other videos. I mean, you'd even know if I was wearing shorts or anything.
No.
It's great.
But your mom caught you on Facebook. It's funny.
So far we've had my wife, my cousin, and my mom. Boy, we are on a roll.
So good.
We are on a roll. Okay.
We're almost there. We made it.
We almost made it. This is so ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Love it. Love it. And everyone's pissed off about your shoes.
Yeah, and this is where my cousin Abby will come in and defend me and saying, I don't have to wear
But you're not
shoes.
wearing sweatpants this time.
I'm not wearing sweatpants. There was actually, on our very, very first episode, I was wearing sweatpants and no shoes. So that was...
It's a great combination.
That was a good time. So we'll go ahead and we'll start recording household chores. You want to go first?
Household chores. Absolutely.
Should you go first? Okay. Cool.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome back to the Logan Stover Show. Today, a topic that is near and dear.
Hey.
Hey.
I
You didn't record?
I didn't hit the record.
You guys.
And we're recording.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Logan Stover Show. We have a topic that is near and dear to my heart. That is household chores that I absolutely hate doing. So as we talked about earlier in the intro, Logan and I lead very different lives. I have a married man here with 2 cats. Got a single guy here with a dog. Needless to say, our household chores are probably a little bit different, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think they're very different. You were talking about my cats. I think it's a little bit creepy how much this cat looks like my cat,
It's
Reggie.
spot on.
I actually named him Reggie Jr. One of the cats' names is Reggie. I think I just went a little bit off topic there. So
It's okay, that's what we do.
I'll let you get back to me.
That's what we do.
Yes, I am married and I do have 2 cats.
That's true. So what we want to talk about today is just a couple different chores that we encounter in our daily lives, or not necessarily daily, but in our normal lives, and how much we hate doing them. So Logan, what are those chores for you? What can you not stand?
I have one chore, Matt, that I absolutely hate doing. It'll come as no surprise to my wife. It's not a daily chore, like we said, but it is a chore that we detest in this house. We'll negotiate here at the Stover household.
Draw straws if he has to do it.
Who does it? And for those of you who have cats, it would be emptying the litter box.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, I spent a good 27 years of my life without a cat. And don't get me wrong, I love my cats to death. I've always had dogs, just totally different story. They're outside, they just go to the bathroom, you pick it up, or you don't. You should be a respectable dog owner and clean it up. But it was a totally different ballgame, and I had no idea, just like, my body doesn't react well to those types of things. So, like, I thought the first time I was like, oh, whatever, I clean it up, and I'm like,
We're gagging
like
the entire time.
I'm like dry heaving in the corners. So, I absolutely hate doing the litter box. Have you ever had to do a litter box?
I have. When I grew up, my family actually had a cat, so I can relate with you there. It is an absolutely horrible, horrible chore. It's terrible.
I know, dude, and it's just, I don't know
There's
what it is.
There's no way to do it cleanly.
No, there
The
isn't.
smell is something else.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. If there's somebody who's out there, and I'm sure they can invent something, and I'm sure that I've seen them before. We've talked about infomercials on the show. That it's like, help a brother out.
Have you seen the robotic cat litter boxes?
Yeah, but do you think those things like
Probably
work?
not. I mean, at the end of the day, you stop cleaning the poop out of it, right?
Like my mom had a robotic cat feeder, like that.
I've seen those.
That it fed, and then the thing would just go like haywire, dude. It would just drop like
spit food out.
yeah, it would be dropping food here, left and right, and all that stuff. And it was just, I mean, and before I know, there's like a mountain of kitty kibbles, and then the robots failed me yet again. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, I totally understand. Luckily for me, dog, pretty easy. The only thing I have to worry about him is just vacuuming up mounds of dog hair.
Yeah.
But let's just don't have any smell or anything like that, so I'll count myself lucky there.
So remind people who may just be tuning in, and again, we're broadcasting live on Twitch and Facebook Live. What kind of dog you have, your dog's name.
Yeah, so I have a dog named Murphy. He is a Golden Retriever German Shepherd mix. So long hair, lots of hair. When I first got him, I had to get a better vacuum to handle cleaning up after him. So, but yeah, not as bad as a litter box, so I'll count my blessings there. So let me just let everybody know what the household chore I hate doing is. I hate doing dishes.
Oh, that's a good one,
It is
dude.
the worst.
Man, that's a good one.
Like, I love cooking, I love eating, but doing dishes is the worst. And I don't know why it is, I just cannot stand doing it. I do not like putting my hand into dishwater. I even, rinsing things off to put them in the dishwasher is terrible. I hate doing it, and I do not know why. It's not difficult. It just is the one thing I absolutely hate to do.
I could not agree with you more. Like, it is, in terms of just, like you said, breaking it down, it is one of the simplest things to do.
So simple.
Yet, why do we hate so much to do it?
I don't know. I have tried to figure it out. I've tried to figure out the psychology of my own brain and how it works. I have no clue how it does. But I do not understand what it is about doing dishes that I absolutely detest.
And like you said, like, the dishwasher doesn't make it easier. Like, for example, say...
No, it's not at all.
Like, do you ever have the problem where it's like, you load up the dishwasher, and then you clean it, and then the dishwasher is, like, it's clean, but then stuff starts to load up in your sink because you're too lazy to unload the dishwasher?
Absolutely.
Dude, all the time.
It's just dishes in and of itself is just the worst. Whether it's loading the dishwasher, unloading the dishwasher, washing things by hand, rinsing things, whatever it is the worst. I absolutely hate doing it.
Oh man, that was such a good one. Like, I that was going to be my pick, and then I thought, you know what, dude, like, so remember when I told you that we negotiate?
Right.
That we negotiate? It is between cleaning the dishes and
cat litter duty.
Right? I know my wife is probably listening to us now. She will agree with me on here on Facebook Live that's what we talked about. I think we did even like last week.
Really?
It's like before you came up, or no, before Easter.
Okay.
We had an Easter party at our house, and we of course we do the cleanup, and it's easy. Like like I'll vacuum. She does like stuff around like the house, does the blinds, and all that stuff. So I mean, my wife is. I've talked about it 1,000 times. She is an angel sent from heaven, and she splits everything with me half and half. And but man, like.
But those are the two things.
Those dishes, like, if it came down to it, it's like, dude, like, let's flip a coin. And no complaining and all that stuff. But man, it is like, so for example, so the other day, like, I had cleaned the dishes, and she had the litter box. Mm-hmm. And I did not want to do the litter box. So I go into the kitchen, and she starts unloading the dishwasher. I was like, hey.
Like, no.
What's going on here? No.
Works.
Yeah, and so I was like, you need to get out of the kitchen, because if she starts doing it, then what does that mean I have to do?
The litter box.
Litter box, right? So it's the same way. It's like if say like she had the litter box, you're
oh no.
I think Matt's gonna have to jump off camera to
fix
one of our many cameras. But I'll keep mentioning is that like it's one of life's things, and it's like nobody tells you that when you're an adult. And if there's any kids that are listening, congratulations, you're a child, enjoy life. Is that you don't know how good you've got it. You don't got to clean the litter box, and you don't got to do the dishes. Now that I think about what I just said, I think that's pretty much what kids have to do, right? Don't kids have to do the dishes? No, it's like, go clean the litter box.
Yeah, it's basically your childhood duty.
Yeah.
It's worse. I just want to mention one other thing that I hate doing. It's folding laundry.
Folding laundry is...
I don't mind doing laundry. That's not the issue. But folding it is such a pain.
Are you more of a folder or a hanger?
I'm more of a hanger.
More of a hanger?
Yeah, I've just gotten to the point where I just hang everything because folding, if it's up to me, not going to happen.
Yeah. I used to be a folder. Mm-hmm. And then I converted into a hanger. When I moved out on my own and I was a single guy, you
can't do it.
Hang everything.
Yeah, just hang everything. And I've got 2 walk-in closets. So I've got enough room for everything. I don't have to worry about. It's just buy the hangers, hang it up,
like
call it a day.
You see, in our room, in our master bedroom, we only have 2 dressers, and they're both they're not even dressers. They're what side tables?
Nightstand, side tables. Okay, this camera's not gonna work.
Matt's camera. No, I believe in you. You can do it. Go give it a shot. I'll keep going. Toby said that she also hates litter boxes. Toby is Toby. Number one, Toby, we've asked you to be on the show. I mean, I don't know why she still hasn't gotten back to us on that, but. If anybody's out there for peer pressure, Toby is a friend of ours that knows everything that you could ever think about animals, and we'd love to have her on the show. So right now, I think it wouldn't be be a great time while she's watching us on Facebook Live to peer pressure us to get into it.
What's Toby doing over there?
Toby says she doesn't like the litter box.
Yeah.
So I think we've pretty much covered as far as things
The worst
we don't like
chores
to
on
do.
earth.
What's one chore that you like to do?
That I like doing? I do not mind vacuuming.
Okay, that's pleasant.
That's fine. I like that.
I agree with you. I like doing vacuum.
And I don't mind mopping floors. That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? That's for me.
Well,
It's
I like the smell, the fresh smell.
what do you use? Like Fabuloso, Lemon Pledge.
Yeah,
We talked about a wet jet before. Remember that we talked about you using that.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's another gem you could go back and when the show launches, go back and listen to Matt's affinity for wanting a Swiffer wet jet and using the knockoff Up and Up brand.
Yeah, the knockoff Target brand.
The knockoff Target brand. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we have the same vacuum, right? Didn't we say that we have the same?
Yeah, we do. We figured that out. We have the same exact vacuum.
Yeah, we have the same vacuum cleaner. We're
It's a
both
great
excited about
vacuum.
it. That was when Sarah and I got married, and we had the registry and things, and you go to Target, which that is a whole beast in itself. Multiple trips to Target with a little gun and all that stuff that you like. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah, I think that's actually why I want to get married one day.
is to get the
It's
stuff.
just to scan everything in the store.
Here, I'll give you a hint to make your life much easier. Go to the Target, tell them to go into their inventory page, tell them to hit Control A, select all,
And just put
and
it on
then
the registry.
go through the Target and then set it to like deselect mode, and just deselect like the 5 action figures you don't want, and then you're done.
That may be the better way to do it.
You're gonna end up, no joke, you're gonna end up at the end and it'll show you like 627 items now stored in your registry. 627? How many Yankee candles do I need?
Whole shelf.
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of your litter box smell.
Yeah. So anyway, I look forward to that one day for you. So I think we covered it. I think that's good points
Yeah,
for what it
chores
is. Yeah, chores suck. We're going to take a quick break. We are going to come back and talk about the wonder that is the Bass Pro Shops. For those of you,
Such a lovely place.
For those of you that are on Twitch and Facebook Live, we're going to keep it on. I have a feeling that Matt's going to play with that camera, or
Yeah, you're gonna do something like that.
he's upset with it. You're upset with it. You can see.
Bit, yeah.
It's okay. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you had a fun ride. That was probably interesting for a little bit. Again, we'll take a quick break. Everybody who's staying live, we're going to keep going. You can see behind the scenes. If you want to see the recording stuff, head over to the show page, loganstovershow.com. Get in touch with us here and Matt, and we'll take a quick break. Be right back.
See you then. Let's play with this camera.
So for everybody who's watching on Facebook Live
Hey,
or
Toby.
Twitch, you didn't really get to see what happened, but we have cameras set up everywhere, and the camera that actually records our main feed for YouTube, so we can do later on the videos, that was that one went down a couple of times. So Matt's face is pretty good about that. So this is the part. There is so much going on in here. That I don't.
It's too much. Too many electronics and all kinds of things in here. It's crazy.
I never thought that I'd hear you say too many electronics.
I know, right? But it is. And I think you hit a point where it's just too much. And we've hit that point.
We have not hit that
We
point.
got Best Buy in this room. It's crazy.
It's so hot in here with these lights.
It really is. Not even gonna lie.
I've got the air conditioning on at like 70 degrees, and it's like so hot.
Burning it. I think at some point we need to show everyone the size of these light bulbs that we have in these giant lights.
Milk
Because
was
these
a bad
things
choice.
Are huge.
Oh, the light bulbs?
The light bulbs, yeah, like the size of pineapples.
Pineapples.
And that's a very odd choice of size comparisons, but they're massive.
All right. So, everything going good on your end?
Yeah.
Great. So,
The camera will stay up, will be good.
so that was how we finished the segment there. We now move on to the next one. Usually we don't go so quickly, but we'll do this last segment now about Bass Pro Shops. Then that begins the whole work of taking all this raw footage that we have from all these different cameras, piecing them together so that when June the 6th rolls around, you'll actually be able to see this on YouTube.
One nice, tidy little video.
Right, it'll be all clean, and
audio will be good.
Yeah, the audio coming from here. This will be great. The episode that we're filming now should be out June the 20th or
towards the end of June.
Yeah, I can actually check. So if you're watching it now and you wanted to see when it was going to be, it's actually June the 20th is when this episode will be launched to iTunes and YouTube. Again, if you want to follow it, head over to our show page, loganstovershow.com. If you want to talk to Matt, myself, let us know. Most of the people who are watching right now, you have our cell phone numbers, so I don't really need it's there. Hi to John Hebert, who decided to check in. John Hebert checking in. We miss you. So we'll get started on our second portion, like we said. In case you guys haven't noticed, there isn't a whole lot of prep before we talk about what we talk about. It's like, hey, do you like Bass Pro Shops? I do like Bass Pro Shops.
And then we talk about it for 20 minutes.
That's the way Matt talks, by the way. Hey, Matt, how's it going? I think it's going pretty good, Logan. What are you up to?
Every now and then. After a beer or two.
Right, so after a beer or two. And for the sake of me not making you clap when it's not recording, I'll start this one, okay?
Okay. Fair enough.
It's a recording. Hey guys, and welcome back. So we're glad that you joined us here on our 8th episode. I say the 8th episode like nobody even noticed at the beginning of the episode. I said it was the 7th episode.
Wrong. Yeah.
I was completely wrong. It isn't the first time.
But it's your show, so you can do whatever you want, right?
Right. We're live on Facebook Live, we're live on Twitch, and we're doing everything else. It's kind of, what are we not doing?
Not much. Way too many cameras in this room, way too many lights.
I'll tell you what
That's good.
You tell me what I'm not doing is not wearing any shoes. And
Which is apparently a problem to some people.
Right. So, okay.
You learned your lesson.
You'd think.
Proper footwear.
You would think. No, so I didn't. So
what would OSHA say?
What would OSHA say? I don't think we fall under the OSHA guidelines for this show. So we talked about in the first segment here in the episode about chores that we hate to do. We talked about cat litter box. We talked about emptying
dishes.
The dishwasher, doing the dishes. We both like vacuuming, and coincidentally, both own the same vacuum cleaner.
There's got to be something there.
Smart. We talked about digression, which is what we do. And now we have something that I was really excited about when we talked about it as an idea. And I'll get everybody...
You just love this topic, period.
I love it so much.
Yeah. And we actually have products from this place in this room.
They are. They're actually part of the podcast. You wouldn't even know. So I want to talk about the amazing wonder that is Bass Pro Shops. It is
heaven on earth.
And I'll do a quick timeout for anybody who's watching live or anybody who's listening to the recording. If you don't know what Bass Pro Shops is, go to Google or go what it is and type in Bass Pro Shop. Go over to bassproshops.com. There's your free plug, Bass Pro Shops. You're welcome. It is amazing. So, Matt, explain to our listeners, just in general, not the store itself. We'll get into what the stores are. What is Bass Pro Shops?
What is Bass Pro Shops? Bass Pro Shops is a massive retail store that is almost more of a theme park than it is anything else.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, and it's an outdoorsman store. So they sell everything from camping gear to
it's like hunting gear, all kinds of clothes, boots.
Yeah, I mean, there's
all kinds of things.
It is amazing, and it's big in the South, and it's big in places where you used to live. So remind people who don't know where a couple of big cities you used to live.
So a couple of big cities I've lived. Houston, so Bass Pro all over Texas. and also Atlanta. So Bass Pro out that area too. Everybody loves deer hunting and that kind of thing there. It's a huge market. Just what can you say about Bass Pro Shop? It's redneck Disney.
It is, and that's what when I visit people like my family that lives in Dallas. Like, the Bass Pro Shops is such a big store. I can see it from the airplane when I land.
Right.
Like, it's noticeable from the air.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first landed that I noticed this one building, and from the top, I just looked at it. It's just a ginormous building.
Yeah, when you're flying to Dallas, you see what? You see Cowboy Stadium and Bass Pro.
Bass Pro Shops, right. And then so I asked my dad, I was like, hey, what was this thing? He's like, oh, that's the Bass Pro Shop. I'm going to take you there. It's funny, my dad had an accent. My dad, I guess he has an accent too. Anyway, anybody to me that lives outside of California has an accent, apparently. So that leads into a second. So Bass Pro Shops is a cool store by itself. What's cool is that they have the catalogs, which is funny. I'm going to jump ahead in something I'll tell you. But when I took Sarah to Bass Pro Shops, and when we came back, I signed her up for all the catalogs.
And they have like a dozen of them, too.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shops has 1,000 different catalogs, and I signed them all in my wife's name.
I'm sure she loves that when those come through, right?
Sorry, boo. No, she knows. And when they all came in, we were really excited, and we started, looking at it. But that's the other thing too about like Bass Pro Shops. It's not just their products. Like, they have a ton of products. To give you an example of how far-reaching their products are, the cameras that are shooting this right now, at least 2 out of the 3, are currently sitting or standing on a Bass Pro Shops foldable table. You can't see them, but just look down from where you're at, and it's right there below your feet, right there,
straight down,
right there, and that's the crazy. My wife and I love to go camping, and
love it. Me too.
So we love to go camping, and we, wanted the Bass Pro Shops to see what they have. And of course, they have everything that's there. When was the last time you went to a Bass Pro Shop store?
So I actually haven't been since I moved and been traveling so much. So it's been about a year probably, which has been far too long. I'm having withdrawals.
Far too long. Okay.
Far too long, yeah.
So I took my wife Sarah to her first trip to a Bass Pro Shops about 3 months ago.
It's like taking a child to Disney for the first time, right?
It is, dude. I felt like it. So we actually, the closest Bass Pro Shops to here is in Rancho Cucamonga. It's like an hour away from here. Well worth the trip. Because you can make a day trip out of Bass Pro Shops. What?
You really can.
Other than the people who are yelling out Target at the top of their lungs.
What's different? That's because you just are really slow wandering the aisles.
Right. And it's when you walk in and out, I'll back up. So I took my wife to the Bass Pro Shops in the Rancho Cucamonga. And when we went in there, I actually took, I took a picture of her standing in front of the Bass Pro Shops. Because the sign that is in front of Bass Pro Shops is like a hand-carved miracle of like wood. It's
amazing.
It's got deer on it. It's got like fish and eagles and like everything you can think of. But when you walk it, describe what it looks like when you walk into a Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, wow, how it's almost like going back in time to a place in time where life was simple.
Yeah.
People were self-sufficient.
I always feel when I walk into a Bass Pro Shops that it feels like I just got punched in the face with awesome.
That's exactly how it goes.
You walk in there and it's, the way, from everything, the way that it's set up, it's like 2 giant wings that are set up going on. It's like an eagle when you walk in. And one side there's boats, and over there's clothes, and there's canoes on the walls, there's stuff to like goats and rams and bison. And there's fish tanks.
Oh yeah, the fish tanks are the best. I love that.
There are giant fish tanks with like 12-pound bass in them just swimming around. And you can't go catch them, which I get, because you want to...
Have you ever been there when it actually had a demonstration of people fishing in there?
Oh yeah, where they bring the special tanks in and they put the special fish in there that you can catch?
No, where there are... I've been in there before where there has been like a fishing expert who is showing how to use different gear.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a guy standing like 20 feet up on the top of that tank actually fishing in those massive...
And the one in Texas that they did that, I did not know that he was trying to... and I think I mentioned, I listened to him and I don't remember, that he said because these fish are like so well fed, that he said if he can just get them to try to like, even like go after the thing, that's, what's it called? Like that's...
That's a win for them.
Yeah, it's win, I guess, whatever. But it is an amazing store. Like, you can spend the entire day there. I think we spent like 4 hours at Bass Pro Shops.
It's easy to do. It's not hard.
And they had a restaurant in the Bass Pro Shops. We went and hung out, and I had fish and chips. It's kind of ironic.
And they had the carnival games too.
Oh yeah,
they had the little shooting carnival
we
games.
We did. We played the carnival games upstairs. There was a stream up there. It was so cool. So my wife had a great time. Do you own any of the Bass Pro Shop like $3 hats?
I do not actually have one of those.
You know what is great? I have 3 of them in the other room.
Really?
I'll give you one. I have a green one, a black one, and a blue one. You just can't have the green or black or blue. But any of the other colors.
Any of the ones I got? Okay.
Any of the other ones you can have. Which was your favorite Bass Pro Shops of the ones that you got to visit?
I like the one in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, it actually had a really big fly fishing area.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought was cool. Like people like showing you how to like tie flies and things like that.
Do you enjoy fly fishing over?
I can a little bit fly fish.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it. It's like golf. You have to get good at it and then like learn it. But I'm not terribly great at it. No.
See, because I can deep sea fish, I can freshwater fish, bass fishing and bait cast fishing. But fly fishing is just something.
It's hard. It's a skill in of itself.
Yeah, and it's just the locations. Here in Southern California, there's not really a location.
That's the thing. Like in Georgia, there's all over the place.
Right, and so I can imagine, in different places that's more accessible. But did you know about Bass Pro Shops? And I learned this. We're talking about all the animals and stuff that's up there. Did you know that they actually decorated with animals for the region of which the store is? So yeah. So for example, this one's in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. They have like rams, so they're the stuffed dead animals that are up there
are actually local to the store.
Right, and so like the paintings and everything that they do is all that way. I don't know about the fish; it just looked like a bass and a fish is a fish. If I ever needed a Facebook post for the fish is a fish. Long story short, if you've never been to a Bass Pro Shops,
you owe it to yourself to go.
You got to check it out.
Fantastic.
I don't think we're saying like you've got to. Like, if you live 12 hours away, you've got to make
No, I mean, within reason. If you ever find yourself near one, take the time and go.
Yeah, take the time to go head over to one, and if you're in the town, like I said, if you're in an area that they do have it, go out and check it out. Like I said, if we listen to us for like the last 10 minutes or however long we've been talking about this, you would think Bass Pro Shops is a sponsor of ours, but no, we just love it that much.
It's great, I love it.
See,
and so does Maxbox Gaming.
He loves Bass Pro Shops?
No, he loves Bass Pro Shops too.
He knows. See, who doesn't? See, you get positive comments on yours. The only comments that I've got on my side are about me not wearing shoes and my coffee cup. John Hebert wanted to know if it's a NASCAR cup. My mom said that I need more of a manly mug. We're talking about all these things, and your audience.
A mug and your shoes.
And my and then my audience that's on Facebook Live is really just concerned. It's a mug from Hawaii, everybody. Okay, we bought it in Maui. My wife collects Starbucks mugs. He has one from our wedding collection of the China, and I have a flowery Hawaiian mug. I'm wearing a shirt from Kauai.
You're all Hawaii'd out.
I'm not even wearing shoes. Everybody's picking on me, man. It's all right.
It happens.
It's okay. I get it. I pick on myself. My wife says I'm sensitive.
We all are.
Yeah. She also calls me dramatic. We talked about this the other day. We were saying if I wasn't any of these things, then she'd have nothing to clown on me about.
It's true.
What are we talking about? Bass Pro Shops?
Bass Pro Shops.
Somehow we get from talking about Bass Pro Shops to sensitivity.
Don't ask questions.
Right. I'm gonna drop off some of the radio school knowledge in 3, 2, 1 with a segue. Speaking about changing subjects, if you want to get in touch with us, head on over to the show page at loganstovershow.com. You can get in touch with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook Live, Twitch.
Email.
Who does email anymore? We set up the emails for the show, and I swear, like, if we get an email,
we don't even use it.
Who's it going to be from? Anyway, get in touch with us. Head on over to the show page. We'd love for you to get in touch with us. For those of you that are listening on iTunes, make sure to hit subscribe. We'd love for you to stay with us on YouTube. Hit subscribe. If you're staying on with Twitch, we're going to keep going. Facebook Live. I'm going from camera to camera here.
Too many.
Facebook Live, we appreciate you checking in. We'll be signing off with Facebook Live, but if you do want to keep in touch with us going on, we'll be on Twitch.com. Twitch.com. We'll keep going. If you're listening to just the podcast segment on the 20th of June, we appreciate you listening. I leave with these words. This is the first time that Matt's probably heard it, that having the end of our show, but there is something that I'll bring up. Those of you that listen to the podcast have heard me now 7 times say it before, but that's something that I like to close all of our shows with. It's a line from Roger Lodge, who, if you ever saw the show Blind Date back in the day, he was the host of it. Yeah. He is one of the people I look up to in radio. Is currently the Angels pregame host on AM 830. But he has a phrase that I emailed him to ask if I could use it. I haven't gotten anything back, so I guess it's okay. It is a sign-off. But his sign-off goes, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift from God.
I like it.
That's why they call it the present.
I like it.
Ooh, that's good.
It's powerful.
So we appreciate you joining us today on Facebook Live, Twitch, and everything else. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. Alright.
Alright. Say goodbye, Facebook Live.
Oh, MacBox. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Are we going to keep going with Twitch? Going to keep Twitch up? Or are we done?
We do. John Hebert doesn't know what Twitch is. Sorry, John. See you later, guys.
Google it. But at least one.